Welcome to the content marketing department. Okay, we've got content and marketing to talk about today. I've got a really exciting topic. I want to talk about the easiest ways for business owners to make content that actually attracts customers, because that's what you want, right? You don't want to just post content and get views online. You're not a full-time influencer. You're trying to get leads. That's the whole point of making content if you're a business owner. And I say this as someone who's helped clients generate hundreds of millions of views online with organic content. And if you don't know what organic content is, it means free content. They're not paying any advertisements. They're not doing any fancy, crazy editing. They're just posting organic, friendly, native looking content, okay? And in the process of this, my clients have made millions of dollars growing their business and getting these views, because once you start getting okay, right now, if you're not posting any content, you are getting 0 impressions per month on social media, unless you're doing paid ads. That's a different story. And then for paid ads, you're paying for that. Okay. So first of all, it's paid. With my clients that are actually doing content marketing effectively and with all these businesses, they're getting millions of views. And if you're not getting millions of views per month, you can definitely get a few 100,000 views per month. Like guaranteed, you can get a few $100,000 per month, few 100,000 impressions per month online for your business. And I think I'm going to share one of the most revolutionary ways, if you haven't heard of it, to do that. The POV style of content. The POV type of content where people are buying the Meta glasses, right? They're buying the Meta Ray-Bans that have the little camera on it, and they're just living their life and they're doing what they usually do. And for business owners, what that means is, and what I've seen work online for organic content marketing, is business owners who are simply recording themselves doing their job. That is it. POV, put on the glasses, or you don't even need glasses. By the way, this is not some kind of Meta advertisement or Ray-Ban advertisement. You can get a neck strap. Okay, you can look it up on Amazon. There's a neck strap you can get that'll hold your phone right here. Let's pretend this was your phone, right? So that way your phone is right here while you're recording. So now it's a POV thing. If you already have existing equipment, if your phone's not good enough, you don't have to break the bank is what I'm saying. Don't overcomplicate this. Just do whatever is the least friction path to making content, because it will help your business grow. If you still don't believe me, I want to show you one of my clients' accounts. Praveen, he is a jeweler out in Chicago, and he literally has gotten famous. Now, okay, not everyone's going to have results like him, okay? I understand this is unique, okay? Not everybody pops off and goes extremely viral, but that's not what I'm talking about here, okay? Because I've worked with clients of all sizes when it comes to businesses that have existing audiences online and followers, or whether you're a business that's just starting their social media presence. I've helped all sorts of businesses, so I know that there is a actual process to making this work, and it all starts with actually making content. If you don't have actual content to post, then you don't have any content to think about, is it going to be good enough? Are people going to like it? Is it going to work? Blah, 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 blah. You haven't even made any content. Why are you worried about the next thing? Worry about making content first, and then go to the next thing. And that's what Praveen did here. That is what Praveen did. He has, right now he's generating more than 10 million views a month across all of his social media channels. And before making content, he was about to shut his business down. And like I said, this is a very unique situation. Okay, not everyone's going to have the amount of success that he had. But what happened was, he posted a piece of content of him doing the POV. He's a jeweler, so he examines diamonds. And I'm going to get to you're going to be thinking, I know what you're thinking. Some of you guys are thinking, oh, he's a jeweler. Obviously people are going to watch it. There's fancy diamonds and there's aspiration. And I'm going to share you a bunch of ideas that can apply to any industry. Okay. As long as you are a service business, or even a consulting business, info business, as long as you are a business, any business, honestly, can apply this. And by the way, if you want a free personalized game plan for your business, so you know exactly what to post on social media, how to convert that attention into leads and into customers of yours, then go ahead and fill out the short questionnaire in the link in the description below, everestvalleymedia.com. We don't even have to hop on a meeting, and in 72 hours, I will send you a Loom video as well as a PDF document explaining the entire game plan that I would apply to your business if I were in your shoes. Now let's get back to the video. I think maybe the only thing you can apply this is accounting. Wrong. You can apply it to accounting, okay? Even if you're crunching numbers, look up Jasmine, what's her name? I feel so bad, but she's the accountant. She's an accountant on TikTok and Instagram, and she's gotten super famous just rebuttaling and disproving tax claims of these gurus online, being like, hey, I bought this Lamborghini because it's going to save me money on taxes, right? She goes in, she's like, hey, I'm a tax lawyer. I'm a CPA, certified accountant. What he's saying is going to get you in jail. Here's the truth. Okay, so there's so many, and I know that's not POV, but like there's different content formats. Today we're just talking about POV. Praveen posted a POV video and it went mega viral instantly. Okay, now look, I know not everyone's gonna get these results. Okay, that's why I keep repeating. Not everyone's gonna get these results, but he went mega viral. Okay, and he started getting, I think he had 100 million views in a month is his best month. Okay, and now look, the virality has slowed down, so now he's around like he's hovering around 10 million per month, which, you know, compared to 100 million is not a lot, but compared to someone who was about to shut down their business, that is literally life-changing. Now, out of respect for Praveen, I'm going to just keep it at those numbers, just like high-level numbers. I'm not going to go into how much money he's making or anything like that because that is his business. But I just wanted to share that story because he just posted it. You know what happened? When he posted it, his framing was incorrect. It was not even optimized content that he was posting. He had really bad framing. When we first started talking, I checked out his page and I'm like, what is going on here? I was like, okay, if you're a content marketer, you get what I'm about to say, okay? Or any industry, okay? Industries usually have best practices, right? Okay, whether you do lawn mowing or you do, you know, social media marketing like myself or whatever it is you do, right? Day trading, I don't know, whatever, whether you're a jeweler, whatever. There's best practices of doing things. And when it comes to content marketing and organic social media marketing, there are best practices. Hey, you want a good hook. You want to have, you want to follow the most popular formats. You want to do this. You want to replicate what's working. You want to find outlier ideas. You want to be slightly controversial. There's a bunch of little best practice kind of bullet points and checklists when it comes to planning content and planning a content marketing strategy in an organic content campaign. Praveen, on the other hand, he just started recording and he went against every single content marketing rule that there is. And that's why I wanted to make this video, because I'm like, oh my gosh, this is one of those moments where there is a trend right now in content consumption, in organic social media consumption. There's a shift in the demand of type of content that people want to consume online. And they want to see raw and authentic and trustworthy business owners. And that is what Praveen did. He didn't care about making it fancy. He didn't care. So he gets, like, you know, made fun of. And I say this in quotes because it's like people are memeing on him. If you don't understand this, it might sound weird, but they're making fun of him out of love. In a way, it's kind of like if you have a friend who's always late, but you don't really care too much. You're like, this guy's always late. Wow, well, this guy's always late, right? People are making fun of Praveen with love, okay? Which sounds weird to say. I'm sure there's a better way for me to phrase that. But they're saying like, hey, can you adjust your camera angle? Hey, man, can you like maybe make the camera angle a little bit bigger so we can see your whole face? You know, because his camera angle, you can only see like this much of his face pretty much. Like this much of his face, right? Usually it's like kind of like this much, like this. So the framing is all over the place, okay? And but the thing is, Praveen turns on the camera, he analyzes some jewelry, he talks about the jewelry, he educates consumers, he talks about how he's going to be calculating the price, what profit margins he's going to make. Now, you don't have to talk about the profit margins and stuff, and or you can make up certain scenarios where you do that, because also Praveen, he makes a lot of skits. So a lot of these scenarios are not customers actually walking in, and the viewers know this, okay? But he's doing these skits where it's like, okay, these are unique situations. So anyways, he is a phenomenal case study and a phenomenal example for why you should not be afraid to pick up the camera. It is very, very important. And the next thing you're going to probably say is like, well, why would people watch this? Why would people watch me just work on my stuff? Like, I have a job, they have a job. Why are they watching me do my job? Well, this is weird, okay? Hey, it doesn't have to be normal. It is weird, right? Like, there's a lot of weird things when it comes to content and when it comes to marketing. You just have to constantly adapt and see what works. Right now, this is what's working. So the reason people actually watch this, though, because I wanted to understand, why do people watch Praveen, right? I'm helping him market now, and he's my client, so I want to understand his brand. And so I started looking into all these other POV channels as well, and other businesses that are kind of making similar content, and it's working well for them. And, you know, it just boils down to this, okay? First of all, people were like memeing on him, right? It was like a funny kind of thing of being like, hey, This guy's a really nice, and then here's the thing too. So like, not all of his comments are like that. Plenty of them are thanking him for being so educational and for sharing this, content, and for helping the viewers out with actual real diamond advice and real jeweler advice and honest jeweler advice, rather than worrying about getting ripped off and stuff like that, right? And so here's the thing: is like, aside from the entertainment factor of people wanting to watch Praveen simply because they like him, right? They like him. They're like, dude, I like this guy. He's a humble jeweler who just put on the camera, and now we can watch him like educate us and talk to customers, give them a good price. They just want to know the character of Praveen. But for you don't have to look that deep. Really, what's going to happen is people who are in the market, they will resonate with the content. Now, a few months ago, I was looking into, maybe like 6 months ago, actually. Now, I was looking into doing ads, paid advertising. Okay, so I was looking at a lot of paid advertising content. And short form content too, paid advertising content would pop up. People would talk about, hey, this is an ad strategy that worked. Look at this ad creative that worked, whatever, okay? And look, if I was not in the market and if I was not already interested in Facebook ads and running them, then obviously I wouldn't care about that content. But I do care about that, or I did at the moment. Now I'm doing a more of an organic thing first, and maybe I'll probably add on paid advertising afterwards. But for now, I'm doing an organic campaign just to show other people too, like, you can do this organically. You can get clients and grow your business organically, right? I was like, let me not be a hypocrite. Let me actually do it first, show other people that it's possible. And I've also helped other clients do it too, and I can do it for myself. And so people who are interested will be in the market. Now for Praveen, right? The type of people that are watching his content, and you have to remember, these algorithms on social media are smart. They know what you want. If you Google search engagement rings, right, you're thinking about proposing to your significant other, the algorithm knows that you are interested in rings. Now, what is the algorithm going to do? It's going to post this content in front of you from jewelers or from, and now look, so since Praveen is my client, right, now I get a bunch of other jewelers on my feed as well for social media, because they see me consuming his content because I'm doing research for it. And so people in the market will find you if you position it correctly, and if you're just doing this POV content. Okay, lawn care. If someone's searching up lawn care and they see a short form video of someone local in their area doing a lawn, mowing a lawn, I should say, mowing a lawn, right? Then they're gonna probably reach out to that person. And so Praveen is getting flooded with DMs. We're working on some lead magnets, some other stuff. I guess we don't have to talk about that. That's other stuff. Today we're just talking about the content. Okay, so that's why people will watch it, because the algorithm will know that people are in the market for this. And if you're a local business, maybe you're an online business like myself, a digital business, right? I don't have a local brick and mortar office or anything. But if you are a local business, it is incredible what content can do, because now you are no longer competing with your local area. You're not really competing with anyone, because you're national. In some certain instances, depending on the business you're in, you could be international too. You could do business international, because the content will be reached by people who are in the market for this, for what you make and what you create content out of, right? Now, look, there are different kind of scenarios, and I kind of touched on this a little bit earlier, that you can apply to your skits, to these POV videos that you're filming, to these like everyday watch me work and watch me do my thing videos, okay? And that is the point, okay? Because you do need to think slightly strategic as well if you want this to work. If you want this to work with a higher chance of success and a more rapid success, I guess, because if you're just posting POV content and it's funny, I was about to say, if you're posting POV content and it's not following the best practices, then it's probably not going to work. But that's not the case, and we know that, right? Okay. But what I mean to say is, even Praveen's videos in the beginning, even though he didn't know it, he actually was using good hooks. Let's say you are a physical therapist, okay? You have some kind of physical therapy practice you do, or something along the lines, okay? Maybe like a high-end like fitness studio or a private one-on-one fitness training or whatever. Okay, your clients, and also I think legally you're probably not going to be able to record patients if you are a doctor, right? And you're in the medical industries. But you don't need to have patients there. You can just have one of your friends, invite them over and be like, dude, I just need you to like script this out. And here's the thing, your friends are gonna be like, I don't want to be on camera. They don't have to be on camera. It can be neck down. okay? Or it can be chest down, whatever, right? It doesn't have to be like their face does not have to be in the content, okay? You can angle the video, or you can blur out their face or whatever, and you can show yourself like the chiropractor videos, okay? If you don't know, there's a bunch of chiropractor videos where they go, I'm sure you guys have seen this, okay? Where they just have someone laying down on a table and then they like twist their neck in a weird way and then it cracks and not in like, it's chiropractic, so they're not hurting them, I guess, even though it looks like it sometimes, right? But that's my point, is you can just invite your friend over and then just show like, hey, what's the problem, Bob? Like, you make up a name, right? Hey, Bob, what's the problem? He's like, dude, my shoulder, man, or my neck. Like, dude, my neck is killing me, man. I got this new office job 3 months ago and I don't know what to do. And then boom, what would you do in that scenario? That's a piece of content right there, and it would take you a minute to record that, maybe 2 or 3 minutes to like properly diagnose him or whatever and show how you do it. That's it. And now the next thing you might be thinking, some of you might be thinking like, dude, if I just show them what I do, they can do it themselves, right? No, people are lazy. People are extremely lazy, and they want it done correctly. Like, they don't, and for the people who cannot afford your services, it's not your demographic either way. And with the number of views that you can get online, it doesn't matter, because you will as long as you're constantly making videos, and consistency is a huge factor here, by the way. You have to be consistent, otherwise the algorithms will not reward you. If they do reward you, you got super lucky, like lottery ticket lucky. But for all of my clients who were not lucky, who eventually became successful organically, it's because we put in the work and we were extremely consistent for many, many months, okay? And so the algorithms, like, you'll get enough impressions. If you're getting tens of thousands, hundreds, like, okay, if you're posting daily, you should be getting hundreds of thousands of impressions minimum, hundreds of thousands of impressions, like, okay, at least 100,000 impressions in my opinion. And so you don't have to worry about the bottom 99% not wanting to work with you, because you just need that 1%. And if you're getting 100,000 views, right, let's say even 100, let's just say 100 qualified customers have discovered your brand. It's 100 new people who discovered your brand. That's a big deal, especially if you're not doing any sort of marketing whatsoever. So yeah, let the freebies do the thing. There's plenty of people who have money who will want to work with you, okay? And there's also there's so many things you can do in the back end, right? Like for Praveen, for example, we're like, all right, we need to update some of these, or not even Praveen, but just any client in general. What we do is like, we'll go in there and we'll be like, okay, we need to adjust the pricing a little bit too. A lot of businesses are usually underpriced. So, and that's another thing too. People are afraid to raise their prices, but it's like, hey, we just want to focus on the best of the best customers that you could be getting. And then we want to price it for them. Like, we don't want to really worry about everyone else, because that's going to be a really, really a big headache to worry about the people who are like bargaining for discounts and all that kind of stuff, right? So we want to make content, and we want to just we want to design your business so it caters to the best type of customers that you have, the ones that pay you the most, least headache, all of that kind of stuff. Okay, but again, I digress. I'm getting more into like the back end kind of business optimizations rather than the actual marketing, which is what we're here for. The marketing. Another example I have for you guys, Dave Ramsey. Now, you don't have to be a fan of him. You don't have to agree with all of his beliefs, right? He's essentially, all you have to know about him, though, for this example, is Dave Ramsey owns a financial advising company. They advise people on their personal finances, okay? Now, what does that entail? That entails picking up the phone or getting on a meeting with a client, looking at their numbers, and telling them how to solve their issue, their financial issues, whatever it is they're trying to optimize their finances for, right? For Dave, a lot of it, his brand is around debt. It's like, they like, get rid of debt, get rid of debt, get rid of debt. Now, as an advisory, that's what they do. Can you guess what kind of content he makes? And this is a $300 million per year business, by the way, okay? I mean, this guy is a billionaire. I'm pretty sure on paper, this guy's a billionaire, okay? He's been doing this for like 30 years. His content is him talking to people, helping them optimize their finances towards whatever it is they want to achieve with their financial goals. So his marketing is also his delivery. He just records himself doing the delivery. Now he's got a big production and huge company, like I said. So, it's not like and like I said earlier, it's not like he's helping people who are like paying him and privately, like, it's free to call him. It's free to call him. People can call him, and they read email sometimes. They do all these read messages from social media sometimes, right? And so you could be doing a very similar thing, which is like, just do your job and record it. And if it's like you don't, because for Dave too, it'd be kind of strange, I imagine, for a financial advisory firm to go public with one of their clients' finances in that, right? But what they do is they have a free section, and if you don't have enough demand to do this for free, you can just make it up. You can just fabricate it. You can make a skit. If people online start saying like, "Oh, this is obviously a skit," because there's another worry right there where it's like, "Hey, this is obviously a skit. This is obviously a skit." People don't care anymore. They just like, unless they're like 12 years old, they're not your demographic. The people who care and leave negative comments are not your demographic, so it does not matter. The people who will actually pay you, have the money and have the interest to be your customer, they'll see that you're doing a skit and they'll be like, "Oh, it's a cool skit. Yeah, I like it. That is it was informational. Seems like a nice guy. I am in the market right now. Let me hit this guy up. Or let me follow him, maybe later, maybe next month when I'm ready, I'll hit him up." So another thing you might be thinking is my customers or daily chores, my daily work is just boring. It's just boring. Maybe you do janitorial services, right? To you, that might be boring, but dude, social media is a weird place. It's a weird place because prime example is the auto body detailers, right? They just record themselves. Maybe they have a narration explaining the job that they're doing, and while they show footage of them like cleaning the car, they do a before and after. Anything like cleaning is one of the best things. I'm trying to think of another industry that people can possibly argue of. Hey, like my job is boring. Okay, what else is a boring job? We already said the accountant thing. I guess, POV, being an accountant, maybe that's kind of difficult. But actually not even. No. You can literally just do the Dave Ramsey thing, except with one of your friends and you're walking through the finances, right? And then, so another thing, what is another industry where this might be tough? I'm trying to think here, man. What is a tough industry? I'm not sure. Because literally in every scenario, in every industry, you can fabricate yourself talking to a customer and walking through the process, or you can record yourself actually talking to a customer and going through the process. It depends, like, the legalities and the privacy concerns for your customers. Really depends on that. Now, look, the main takeaway here that you have to understand, if you watch this far in the video, you already understand this, but I'm going to say it one more time just to really, really, really sear it into your brain, brother and sister. Brothers and sisters. Organic content equals free and scalable sales and scalable lead generation. I mean, guys, this is such a revolutionary thing. Social media is not new, so it's not like, oh my gosh, content is new, like you can do this. But you're probably not making content, or you're probably not consistent with it, which is why you're watching this video. And so I applaud you for watching the video, for making it this far, and for understanding that content is really, really important. But I need to sear it into your mind that this is free marketing. I mean, how much better can it get? And not only that, but it's scalable marketing. You're not door knocking one by one by one by one by one. You're not talking to one potential customer and then another potential customer one-on-one, and you have to switch to a new conversation one-on-one. No, this is you doing one thing in thousands of people, if not tens, if not millions of people are watching you and building trust and getting to know you and seeing that you are a business owner, that when they are in the market, when they are prepared, or when you put the correct offer or the correct promotion in front of them, they will become a customer of yours. And so it is just, please start making content for your business. Like, please do this. You owe it to yourself. Being a business owner is so difficult. And I know you're like, dude, I got to do one more thing. Trust me, without the content, I mean, how are you going to grow the business? Like, this is free, And not only that, but if you are running paid advertising, this helps your paid advertising, because now when people are clicking on your ad and they're like, what is this company that's like, who is this company? Who is this person that's running this ad? They can click on your profile and they can see that you have an organic presence. Yeah. So not only can they view you and they can gain trust, and then they have a higher likelihood of actually, going through your sales process and becoming a customer because of the fact that you added the organic content, but they can enter your ecosystem now. Meaning maybe they're not ready to buy, but they're like, I'll follow this guy though, because I like the organic stuff. I discovered you through an ad. I saw you were posting organic, and I like what you were posting, so now I follow your page. And then who knows, in 6 months, in 1 year, in 2 years, your pipeline, it just gets bigger, and it compounds and gets bigger and bigger and bigger as you follow up with people. You nurture your leads and everything, right? Over time, it just really rolls into a massive list. You'll essentially have almost like a wait list of customers, where you have like too much demand, right, that you can't handle by yourself. And so it is just like just please do yourself a favor and post content. Just spend 1 day a week for content, and you can make a whole entire week's worth of content easily in that. And I want to challenge you guys, 90 days. I want to challenge you guys for the next 90 days, make content, make organic content, and post consistently for 90 days. Try the POV method 1 day a week. That is your content day. Look, man, it is hard being a business owner, right? My father was a business owner. It's tough, man. It's really, really tough being a small business owner. So you deserve to at least get the best chance of success. And the best chance of success for small business owners right now is going hard on organic content, and specifically efficient forms of organic content, like the POV style. Very efficient. You can bang out a bunch of videos. You probably bang out like 14, 15 videos in 1 day. Right? Think about it. You're just doing like scenario after scenario after scenario after scenario with customers. Then you can easily bang out 14 videos in one full work day. So please, I encourage you to go ahead and do that. You can get it yourself, the neck holder thing, like I said, from Amazon for $20. Record yourself talking to customers, doing your thing, being honest, addressing the biggest problems that your customers have, addressing the biggest fears that your customers have. If you have controversial takes, if you have any controversial takes, share that as well. Share yourself explaining that to a customer. Be like, hey, I know mainstream people actually tell you to get this or to follow this routine, but for you specifically, it's a really bad idea because of X, Y, and Z, whatever it is, right? And so please do that. And then also be prepared to feel a little bit awkward. Be prepared to feel a little bit awkward because it's going to happen. But you got to think to yourself, is feeling awkward worth growing my business? And also the awkwardness is going to go away once you start making money and once you get into the groove of things, right? And also once you start seeing the love. And also ignore the hate online. I think I'm over speaking. I think I probably sold some of you guys into it, but now the more I talk, I'm probably selling you less and less and less. The main factor is this: there's no better way to grow your business. As a small business owner with limited resources, there's just no better way. And even as a big business owner, you see like billionaires starting to make content in personal brands now, yeah? Now, the last thing I want to leave you off with is it is not every day that a content format like this pops off, okay? That it pops off and that it goes viral and everyone's making these POV content. And not only that, but it's an easy type of content to make. It is not every day this happens. So if you're watching this video in 2026 and you're a business owner and you want more customers for your business, do yourself a favor, make some organic content. I hope this really helped you guys. If you want me to go ahead and give you a full game plan for your social media content, I've helped my clients generate hundreds of millions of views and generate millions of dollars online, all thanks to short form content and some back-end conversions as well and some marketing stuff we do. Mainly, it is content marketing that I help business owners with. So if you want my team to pretty much give you a whole game plan explaining exactly what's missing in your content, so that way you can take it and you can run with it, you can scale your business, you can take everything that we would personally do with our clients. We will pretty much just tell you right there, or not tell you, but we'll give you a document and I'll personally record a Loom video and send it to you, reviewing the document and giving you this whole entire game plan so that you can start growing your business with organic content. Okay, so just click the link in the description for that. Go on my website, and in 72 hours, you don't even have to get on a meeting with me. 72 hours, I'll send it to you. You just fill out a short little questionnaire. It'll take you 30 seconds. Maybe 60 seconds, okay? Maybe 60 seconds. So that concludes today's content marketing meeting. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for coming to the marketing department. I will talk to you in the next meeting that we have. See you guys.